What's going on, everybody? I'm Dr. P, and welcome back to another video. Now, as you can see, the countdown for the live event for the device is just under 1 day. As I record the video, we have 24 hours to go until this thing finally comes to fruition, and we can finally see what all the hype is about. And I, for one, could not be more excited. Make sure to use code PINEAPPLESYT in the Fortnite item shop to support me if you like what you see. Make sure to subscribe and drop a like as well, and let's get straight into this. So you might be able to notice in the gameplay, but I'm actually rocking the Cyclo skin, which came out last night. And this is the tweet Fortnite chose to introduce the skin on Twitter. They said, built for one reason, to defy the storm. The Cyclo outfit is ready to fulfill its purpose in the item shop now. Fortnite has actually dropped a good bit of information teasing stuff about this event on Twitter in the last few days, and this specific tweet doesn't really give us too much new info, but it says it was built to break the storm and its destiny is ready to be fulfilled. So obviously we know at this point Midas has been constructing this thing, and he is planning to use it in some way to control / break the storm. Whatever exactly that means, I have no idea, but we'll find out tomorrow, man. I'm getting so excited. So to touch a little bit more on that Cyclo teaser, this is a tweet from Fort Tory, who says the background for the Cyclo skin has some similarities with Kevin the Cube. We can also see an object that looks almost the same as one of the runes. Are they hinting at Kevin the Cube? Now, we've talked a little bit about Kevin this season, mostly because of Steamy Stacks and the popular theory that Kevin would in some way be involved with the flooded water because it might contaminate with the rest of the map, stuff like that, but this is definitely a very interesting thing to look at as well. Now, if you take a look at the graphic attached, you can see there definitely are some good points to be made, and it does look kind of similar to Kevin. First of all, we can see the whole background looks almost exactly like the cube did on the surface. Also, it is a little hard to see, and I would suggest going full screen for a better view, but there are some similarities in the background to the runes that Kevin printed around the map at various points throughout Fortnite's history. Finally, it looks like those lightning strikes in the background are incredibly similar to the type of lightning attack Kevin would use on you if you shot him or pickaxed him or anything like that. So I do think it is fair to draw some assumption off of this teaser, because I mean, let's be real, Kevin is a fan favorite. Kevin might be the most popular thing ever associated with a Fortnite live event, because he was in several. He was a big meme. People loved Kevin. He came back into the game for Season X and did a whole bunch more stuff, so it really wouldn't surprise me for him to in some way still be a part of the new chapter storyline. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. So Fortnite tweeted this out a few hours ago, and it says, "The storm rages on. Will Midas's machine break the storm? The device is set to be activated on June 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Space is limited. Show up at least 30 minutes early to help secure your spot." So this is interesting. It says the storm rages on. So the storm is already happening? I mean, it could just be referring to the storm that we're used to seeing over the course of a battle royale game, where it just kind of gradually goes until the whole map is covered. I've got a feeling this could be a different storm entirely, though, because it says Midas is trying to break the storm, but it's been raging on. So in that way, it makes it seem like Midas could be a good guy. Midas could be trying to make sure that whatever is happening, you know, in terms of bad in this season, I don't know if it's from the shadow operatives or if it's from something completely else, but maybe Midas is trying to stop something. Maybe the Doomsday device is actually a saving grace, trying to cleanse us from whatever is actually planned to happen to the map. Now, I don't actually think that theory is likely, because they called it the Doomsday device in the files for a reason. It's probably the cause of the doom, but it's still interesting to think about and cover all the different bases and angles. Here's something that was pointed out to me in my stream earlier today. It's the fact that Donald Mustard officially changed his location to be something storyline related again, and it is called The Device. That's simply what it says, The Device. It's not too telling. You can also tell that he also changed his Twitter banner to represent the same picture they are using for the LTM for the event. So obviously Donald Mustard is back to his ways of teasing stuff. Well, I wouldn't say it's really teasing anything because we know what's happening. We know it's called the device. We know everything about the picture. But it's still very cool to see him getting back to what he used to do on a consistent basis back in Chapter 1 all the time. This guy was updating his location, his bio, like 4 times a week, and it was like the most incredible thing because even when leaks weren't coming out from leakers, you could still sort of get a sense of what was happening and developing. With just about 24 hours remaining until the event, my hype level is growing so fast. I know a lot of people had some dying hype levels after the event was extended as well as the season, but we're sitting currently 1 day from the event and 3 days from a brand new Fortnite season. I mean, dude, do you know how rare that is to say? It's literally been hundreds and hundreds of days since Chapter 2 came out, and we've only had 2 seasons. If this was Chapter 1, we would likely be heading into our 5th season already, but we're only heading into our 3rd season, which I kind of get. Like, I guess people were complaining at one point that Fortnite had so many updates and had way too much stuff, so maybe Epic decided, hey, for Chapter 2, let's tone it down a little bit. But that wasn't the way to go. I mean, their updates were so sparse, they haven't had any storyline event yet, so I'm really excited to see potentially what could change with their frame of mind heading into Season 3 of Chapter 2. I think they need to get back to what they were doing in Chapter 1, which was adding stuff frequently. Even if you get a few duds in the mix, even if you get something that is ridiculous, like the Brute from Season X. Really overpowered at first, but then they kind of fixed it and it was better. That's the thing about it. Add new stuff to the game. If it's really terrible, you take it out. If it's bad, you nerf it. You can fix stuff, but people are interested in the new things. Add new weapons, add new POIs, get us engaged with the changing map. This is the kind of stuff that Fortnite needs to get back to doing if they want to be successful long term. And I mean, I don't mean to harp on them because they obviously are successful and have been successful for almost 3 full years. So obviously they are doing very well, but I want to see them get back to the peak levels that they were at one point back in early 2018. And I really think they can do that. They just have to channel what made everything work back then, which was frequent updates, frequent events, like 2 or 3 a season. And to me, they need to make sure that the lore is rolling quick, because the storyline to me is like the most important part of the game and the main reason why I play and am interested. Now, I know a lot of people are interested in the game mainly for the gameplay, and that's fine, but even if you're that kind of person, you gotta admit Fortnite's lore is unbelievably unique and does add a unique and very special element to the game that most other games just do not have. So they need to make sure that the lore is very clear. Well, I don't know if that's the right word because it's always been very vague and ambiguous what exactly is going on, but there needs to be something very clear to show that the storyline is progressing. In Chapter 2, Season 1, guys, the storyline was not existent. I mean, literally, I didn't know what to upload, I didn't know what to post, because I just literally had nothing to talk about the whole season. It was nothing. It was all season talking about the redacted location and just a few other minor things. But then Chapter 2, Season 2 came out, and it was slow at first. It was slow at first. But then they started adding some cool things to show that things were progressing. The Doomsday Device leaks came out about a month and a half ago, so ever since then we've been talking about that. You also had the Pipe Man who was moving around the map at various points throughout the season, just something similar to the Rock Golems from Season 8 and 9. This season's storyline was infinitely better than Chapter 2 Season 1's. Now, it was by no means the best season for the storyline, but it was probably about a 7 out of 10, you know, like pretty solid. And more recently, in the past 2 weeks, I'd say it's been about a 9, maybe even a 10 out of 10, depending on who you're asking, because the Doomsday Device stuff has been so cool. The only unfortunate part is all of the delays, but it looks like that is all in the past and all behind us, and we're set for this event to happen tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. As a reminder, I will be live. I'll be going live early at noon Eastern tomorrow and staying live throughout the event so we can watch it together. I'm going to be uploading a video immediately after covering what happened, covering storyline ramifications. Guys, it's here. This is the best time to be a Fortnite gamer. This is the best time to be a part of the game. I hope you guys have a chance to tune into my stream tomorrow so we can witness history together. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in my next upload, and until then, peace out.